For latest updates and short audio clips, follow us on Instagram, Reading the Author.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast Reading the Author, a unique show where we read authors' mind and not their book. Meanwhile, I truly believe and pray that you and your families are completely safe and healthy as well. Guys, as we all know that nowadays we rarely find authors who write engaging storybooks that entertain and simultaneously inspires us to live our life with ease while adding a complete fresh and different perspective to it. So without further conversation, let me introduce you to our today's guest, author Selvan Srinivasan sir. He is the author of Inner Alchemy and it's the first book in the Tale from Awareness Journey series, which was first published in 2023. And moreover, let me just throw some light on author's background too. Author Selvan Srinivasan lives in Hyderabad with his wife, daughter and two cute grandchildren. He is the co-founder and chairman of Hyderabad's leading mental health service providing organization, PFP Psychological Service Private Limited. He is a mentor guiding participants through an online program called Awareness Journey. He also teaches a course in alternative therapies to postgraduate psychology student in a college in Hyderabad. He is a practitioner of energy medicine and a writer as well. Thank you so much sir for coming on our show. I am truly grateful कि आप हमारे show पर आए.
Thank you, Gaurav.
So
It's a pleasure actually for me to join you.
likewise sir, in fact we have planned this podcast like almost a year back and now we are just having it. So it's quite a pleasure for me and my team as well.
Yes. That time it was planned for my first book, Awareness Journey.
Yeah.
But now we are doing it for my second book.
Yeah. Okay, so sir, like before we start with your journey, like everything, and I ask questions related to your book about your upcoming projects and everything, I would request you to please introduce yourself so that our listeners can know much more about you, and do let us know how you started this writing journey, sir.
Yeah. So all my life I was entrepreneur, manufacturing industry, industrialist, you may say. So my father was also in that line and I dropped out of college and joined him in the business. For 35 years I was in that business. But then during this course, of course, it was my father's dream, and my father passed away 15 years ago. And after that, I was continuing the business. But slowly I realized that this is not what I want. So I sold away my shares 7 years ago and moved to Hyderabad.
Okay.
And I began this journey within myself. It was just a spiritual journey. I had stopped working and I was living on my savings in my home in Hyderabad. So I didn't have basically a retired life, although I was just 54 years that time. But when I went into this journey and went deep inside me, तो अंदर से कुछ uncovering हुआ, some transformation happened. And within 1 year, most of my diseases, due to so many 35 years of business, an entrepreneur, you can imagine what kind of stresses go through. So I was suffering with so many diseases, I listed all that in my introduction of my book, also in my website also. But एक साल में सब कुछ I became completely healed. It was miraculous, unbelievable actually. And I started feeling as if I used to feel when I was 25 or 30 years old. And I started running. I have participated in so many running races. Even at the age of 60 now, I can easily run 10 kilometers.
Wow.
So this gave me the inspiration to start teaching this to youngsters. And for 5 years, I have been teaching. And I don't call this teaching because this is a unlearning process. You don't learn any knowledge. You just go inside yourself and open up. And in this program, mentoring program, I called it as Awareness Journey. I was teaching this. And in 5 years, I saw miraculous changes in the people who did, my students, who did this program. And that inspired me to share this story with a wider audience. And that's why I started writing, actually. Just last year, I started writing. Last year, beginning of last year, my first book.
Okay.
And then end of last year, my second book, this Inner Alchemy. And now in the beginning of this year, I have already published my third book also. Yeah, that is the story.
Okay.
So, and then, this is completely different from what I did for 35 years.
That's, yeah.
Now I became a college teacher. I myself was a college dropout, and now I am a college teacher. I'm mentoring, I'm doing workshops to doctors, nursing students, to college students, to, stress. Stress is the main cause of disease, and overthinking is the main cause of stress. So how to quiet the mind, that is the main agenda of the Inner Alchemy. So I am teaching this to whoever is ready to listen to this today. Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, after listening to this podcast, many people will just love to, read book. They would just love to explore what you have written. So when it comes to talking from a new reader's perspective, what they can expect from this book, can you share some insights?
So when I wrote my first book, Awareness Journey, it was a self-help book, and it was a very heavy book, because I am teaching, जो मैं 1 month course में जो सिखाता हूँ, वो सारा उस book के अंदर आ गया था.
Okay.
और every day they have to access some guided meditation, and then they have to access some video and do some program, some energy movements and some practices, how to do. So it is just an instruction how to do and all that. So that became very heavy, and it was not getting the desired outcome, So I thought about this, and then I wanted to write a story from the point of view of my participant.
Okay.
And from this, the character of my novel, the second novel, Ayushi. Ayushi is a fictional character, but all the things that she has written in the book is all actual true life events. So that character Ayushi is fictionally created out of some few of my real life participants. It is not one single person, but stories of different person clubbed together. I created this person, but every experience is true. Only it is a bit fictionalized, maybe. And so when the new reader wants to read this book, one reviewer has pointed out that this book is suitable for audiences of 18 to 30 age, and especially females, because the heroine of the book is Ayushi, who is a 31-year-old woman.
Okay.
So maybe women younger to her can connect with the character, and they feel themselves also in the foot of Ayushi. In the beginning, she is going through so many life issues. She is suffering from a chronic disease, and she is about to be sacked from her job. She is already separated from her husband, and now she is living with her father. Every day she fights with her father. Her father also got fed up with her and wants to kick her out of the house. Yes, friend suggests that why don't you go and meet this mentor and see what. And she doesn't believe in meditation, nothing, But then ek din achanak some inspiration she got, and she went and met this mentor. And वहां से उसका जीवन परिवर्तन होने शुरू हो गया. And over the course of 1 month, it is she writing this her story of what happens every day. Her conversations with the mentor, how the mentor explains her experiences, how he guides us, how he motivates her, how he inspires her, how she was about to drop out from the program and run away, and then she gets inspired and comes back and does it. Yes, Sarah. So any youngster who reads this will certainly get inspired. And then when they get inspired and they want to practice what Ayushi is practicing, then I have my third book, the Transformative Practices. a resource guide to Inner Alchemy. Like, this is the name of my third book. It is also available on Amazon.
Okay.
And it's I have priced it very, very nominally, just 49 rupees. And it has got all the guided meditation audios, YouTube videos, the links of all these resources. It's a resource book. And with this book, they can practice that entire 1 month program and go through their own transformation. And if they don't want to practice, they can simply read the storybook and just feel inspired. There are few tips in the storybook itself. That itself they can practice. That itself is a huge improvement in their life they can experience. So this is what the new reader can expect from my book.
Okay. So, sir, as you have shared that it is a complete, like a series kind of book. So, as of now, like, are you writing something else as well, like, or you want to just stick to only these genres? Is there anything in the pipeline?
Yeah. So this is a series of my awareness journey course, which is available on my website. Details are available on my website. So this 1 month program that Ayushi has gone through in the Inner Alchemy, this is the module 1 of that awareness journey course. There are 6 modules totally. So my next book will be module 2 of the awareness journey, which will go deeper into awareness. Like that, there are module 2 and 3 are deeper into various aspects of awareness, Where the problem is that we don't understand ourselves at all. We just think that this is our physical body alone. And उसको कुछ बीमारी है तो उसको डॉक्टर के पास जाओ, दवाई ले लो. Or if there is some बीमारी with the mind, then go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. वो कुछ advice करेंगे. So that is how we have been looking at ourselves. It is something that like a machine. गाड़ी है अपने पास, गाड़ी खराब हो गया, आवाज आ रहा है तो मैकेनिक के पास जाओ, रिपेयर कराओ. So our body is also like that. But that's not true. There are 5 different aspects of the body. In fact, we are a software. Our body is created out of a software that is our mind, and that mind has got 5 different levels. हर एक level के अंदर जाके अगर when you experience and know yourself, automatically healing happens. This is the practical experience I have gone through, and so many of my participants have gone through. And now I want to share this story in the form of 6 different story books. हर एक story book के बाद में उसका practice का एक resource book रहेगा. Like that, this will be totally a series of 12 books with 6 pairs. One story book, inspiring story book, and then coupled with the practice resource book. Like that, 6 pairs. अगला 2 या 3 साल लगेगा मेरे को ये पूरा. In fact, I was although from childhood I have been a voracious reader. मेरे पास लगभग हजारों books होगा. But when I shifted from Gurgaon to Hyderabad, I couldn't get all of them. I threw them away. Then I switched to Kindle. Even now I have hundreds of books on my Kindle itself.
Wow.
So I have been a reader all my life, and so reading and writing was a natural gift for me. But I didn't actually ever think of becoming an author or a writer or something. This is just a इच्छा, अंदर से इच्छा आ गया कि what I want to say some story, I want to convey some story to people and which may help people. And वहाँ से I started writing. So I still don't now as I continue writing, maybe after completing this series of 6 books, 2-3 साल के बाद, I may become a full-time author also.
Definitely, sir. Life is very much unexpected plans.
The only program, I am already 61 years old. I have 2 children, two wonderful daughters. I don't have sons. I have daughters, but they are my sons actually. And
no doubt.
Yeah. So they don't want me to work at all. They are settled, and I am also well settled. कोई काम कमाने की जरूरत नहीं है, काम करने की जरूरत नहीं है. A passion, all these things I'm doing right now.
That's what a true passion is. Well, okay, so sir, like as we can see that on Amazon specifically, like I have read somewhere that hundreds of books are being published every week, we can say. In fact, the
Yeah.
publishing has become much more easier as it was used to be. Like we have lots of literary agents are there, lots of self-publishing houses, KDP is there, and our very old these what we can say traditional publishing houses are there from a very long time. So when it comes to talking to you, like as you have completed this whole journey, as you're on the other side of the river, you have published a book. So according to you, how tough it has become as of now to just make your book stand out in the market? Because the market is quite flooded now. After the first lockdown was over, there was a complete boom in this industry. So what's your take on this?
Yeah, it is. If somebody wants to write a book to make a career out of it, then I don't know. I would not advise that. It is. It's a pointless thing. Actually, it is. This is not a. It's like somebody going from countryside to Mumbai to become a movie actor. Oh, so you might turn out as Shah Rukh Khan, or you might be a beggar all your life. So how to like, so unless you want to make money, make a business career out of it, then it's a difficult thing. I have nothing to advise. But if you have a beautiful story that you want to convey, and it's a passion, and the success is determined as at the point of publishing the book. अरे मैंने मेरे कहानी दुनिया को बोल दिया. I have conveyed my story to the world. That's all. That's a success. There the success ends. Then you can keep on writing. They can उसमें end ही नहीं है. If you don't want to earn money from that, my first book, I spent a lot of money. I went to a self-publishing house and spent a lot of money to publish and market that book. But जितना खर्चा मैंने किया था, because of course money was not an issue. I had savings and I could spend, and I was excited that I wanted to share it to many people, and the publisher said इतना खर्चा करो इसमें ये है, then this will be going to the author brand बनाओ. I had no intention to author brand there, but the publisher guided me, and I thought, yeah, it's a good thing. And then I spent a lot of money, but several months later I realized that it is no use. As you said, the competition is so tough. So my second book, I completely did self-publishing by myself, and I didn't spend anything at all. So you don't have to spend any money or book hai. And people, as a mentor now, I have a big fan group of hundreds of people who have done my course, benefited. So they may tell their friends. I have students, I teach in the college. So my students, they may tell their friends. And I keep on going to workshops. I conduct workshops in hospitals in many places. Okay. So people who attend my workshop, they may tell my friend. यहाँ से my book, not a single book is sold on Amazon by to some stranger जिसको मैं जानता ही नहीं है. वो उसने Amazon में जा करके book खरीद लिया. ऐसा तो अभी तक हुआ नहीं है. Don't think it will happen like that. Maybe it will happen. Maybe like there are authors like Paulo Coelho or Eckhart Tolle or so many other Indian authors also who are famous, like Amish and all that. But that happens, just like हजारों लोगों से एक शाहरुख खान निकलता है, एक दीपिका पादुकोण निकलता है. Yeah, so but that shouldn't be the aim. अगर वो हो गया तो बढ़िया. Yeah, नहीं हुआ तो.
What I personally fell on this, like, it is very good that you are, very specific about what exactly you want from this book industry. Because बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे होते हैं ना, they just keep putting on money, endlessly. Like हजारों लाखों रुपए इसमें लग जाते हैं, and उनको वो end goal पता ही नहीं होता है कि उनको कहाँ जाके रुकना है. So what I suggest to authors, like we also provide every kind of services to authors. So what we suggest them कि आप धीरे धीरे करके हर महीने थोड़ा एक बजट सेट कर लें. That's it. आप उस बजट से एक्सीड नहीं करेंगे, ये आपका एक साइड में चीज चल रही है, रादर देन कि एक बार झटके से वो स्पार्क देना, उसके बाद फिर हमेशा के लिए रुक जाना. सो दैट विल ऑल्सो आपको भी वो डिमोटिवेट कर देगा कि नहीं, मैंने इतना कुछ कर दिया, कुछ भी नहीं हो पाया मेरी बुक के साथ, या मेरे ऑथर बैकग्राउंड के साथ कुछ भी नहीं हो पाया। इंस्टेड धीरे धीरे, बिकॉज इट्स अ मैराथन नॉट अ स्प्रिंट, आप एक बार झटके से फेमस होके कभी नहीं आया वैसे। इनफैक्ट जिस इंसान ने एक बुक लिख के जो फेमस हो गया, अगर उसने दूसरी नहीं लिखी तो इतनी बुक्स आ रही हैं कि लोग उसको भूल जाते हैं, सिंपल।
Yes, correct.
So as of now, what's your current writing schedule, sir? Like every day you devote some particular hours to your writing, or it's like random, you get some thoughts, you get some idea, you just jot it down on your phone, on your diary, and after that you elaborate? How does it goes with you?
No, actually बुक राइटिंग अब तक मैंने बुक राइटिंग जो किया है तो आई गो आउट ऑफ हैदराबाद, 1 महीना 2 महीना ऐसा बाहर चले जाता हूँ. सी माई डॉटर लिव्स इन यूएसए इन फिलाडेल्फिया. तो पिछले बार लास्ट ईयर में 3 महीने उसके पास जाके रुक गया वहां पे यूएसए में. और यूएसए में अगर जब वहां जाता हूँ तो वहां पे दिन होता है, यहाँ पे रात होता है. सो नोबडी डिस्टर्ब्स मी एंड शी लिव्स इन अ ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस. बाहर निकल गया तो नदी है, नदी के किनारे यू कैन गो फॉर 5 किलोमीटर. I go for 5-10 kilometers running also. Weather is also compared to India, it is very cool and good. Yeah, so like that, in that place, there I go and write my book draft. So this time when I went, I wrote my book draft for this book that was Inner Alchemy, and then उसके साथ जो रिसोर्स गाइड है, और उसके अगला बुक जो आगे मे बी 3-4 महीने में पब्लिश होगा, अभी सेकेंड द स्टोरी बुक का, वो भी ड्राफ्ट लिख किया. अच्छा. राइटिंग द ड्राफ्ट इज द क्रिएटिव पार्ट. उसके पहले जब लास्ट ईयर में जब फर्स्ट बुक लिखा था तो 2022 में माय वाइफ एंड आई वी टुक द कार एंड आई ड्रोव ऑल द वे फ्रॉम हैदराबाद टू कोडाईकनाल. कोडाईकनाल में जाकर के वहां पे एक छोटा सा घर रेंट कर ले लिया और 2 महीना उसमें रुक गया था. वाह. और वहां बैठ के लिखा. सो बट राइटिंग द बुक इज अ वेरी स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ द बुक पब्लिशिंग. तो बुक लिखने के बाद जब उसका एडिटिंग आता है, एडिटिंग एंड प्रूफ रीडिंग, सो उसके I don't professionally pay anybody for editing and all. मेरे एक स्टूडेंट्स है ना, my own students are there, तो उनको साथ में लेता हूँ, उनका राय. अच्छा, because this is a story book about the student's journey, student लिखता है ना ये. When you read the book, it's like the student has written the book, So what did you feel? How would you write this? जो मैं जो लिखा है वो लास्ट में जब बुक बनती है फाइनली तो quite different होता है. Because I am writing it from the mentor point of view. I am the teacher, I am the mentor. But the book has to be the story of the student. So once I write the complete book, draft में बाहर जाके आराम से बैठ के सोच समझ के पूरा ड्राफ्ट लिख देता हूँ. तो जब वापस आता हूँ तो वो 1 महीने में लिखने को 1 महीना लगता है, तो फिर उसको एडिटिंग करके साफ करने को 6 महीना लग जाता है.
बिल्कुल सर.
That's a main job, Then completely changes the book. It becomes a collaborative effort, and then finally book निकलता है. Yeah.
इनफैक्ट जब बुक निकल जाती है तो उसके बाद एक और मेन चीज आती है जो कि बहुत मेजर पोर्शन होता है, उसकी मार्केटिंग और डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का.
Correct.
So sir, as of now, like we have talked about your book, about your journey, about your upcoming projects and everything. Now coming to your personal life, like there must be a lot of moment which you tag as the happiest moment of my life. If you can share any one of them with us, then that would be really great.
Oh. So both the happiest moment and the saddest moment, both of these, they are from the emotional perspective. Okay. So I have thought about, a lot of other interviewers also asked me this kind of questions. Hundreds of happiest moments are there, hundreds of worst moments are there. So I cannot say which is the birth of my first granddaughter, that was the happiest moment. For the birth of my first daughter, if you see, I was only 22 years when my first daughter was born. So I was so young, I didn't even know ये क्या happiness होता है. Yeah, so But when my granddaughter was born, maybe that was the happiest moment. And then when my younger daughter, 2015 में शायद, she completed a PhD. She is now a scientist in US. That was a beautiful moment. तो ये क्या है कहने का? अच्छा, one more thing. The beautiful moment was when I finished this awareness journey. I started running. You know, और रनिंग में क्या होता है, आई एम अ वेरी शॉर्ट साइटेड. आई यूज्ड टू बी अ वेरी वेरी शॉर्ट साइटेड पर्सन. तो मेरा जो चश्मा का नंबर -7.5 एंड ऑल. सो इफ आई रिमूव माय स्पेक्स आई कैन नॉट सी, ब्लाइंड है. एंड रनिंग में प्रॉब्लम इज यू कांट वेयर द स्पेक्स एंड रन. नो, अब 5 किलोमीटर 10 किलोमीटर भागना है, रेस इवेंट में पार्टिसिपेट करना है. आई इवन गॉट सेकंड प्राइज इन अ रेस फॉर माय अबव 50 कैटेगरी. So, how to run sweating होगा, specs निकाल दिया तो अंधा हो जाए, कुछ नहीं दिखता है, तो वो demotivating हो जाएगा. So I went through operation, in 2018 to correct my eyesight. And उसके बाद after 1 week I could see without my specs. And that was a very very happy moment for me.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah,
because वो
so
सारे वक्त लगाने से अचानक से ऐसे देखना, it's quite different experience.
Yeah, so उसके बाद कई साल तक I used to my hand used to go to remove the specs, but there is no specs there. Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, probably the last question of this podcast would be like, after listening to this podcast, many people will just love to write book. They must be holding their first draft in the laptop, in their diary, in their phone. So, what would be your advice for those upcoming authors?
Just write and publish, yeah. So, don't expect to sell. Okay, just write and publish. If you log into KDP and create an account, just घर में बैठे बैठे you can publish the book. Even printed book भी अगर publish करना है तो you can apply for ISBN घर से ही. सारे ऑनलाइन है, घर से ही करो. और print and demand companies are there in India. Of course, if you go to print of demand, your book has to be, it can't be cheap. You have to be, it will be a bit costly. So, if it is a hobby, then it is possible. Just go and do. So don't expect what will people think about it. Okay, your story you want to say, just go. It is just like public speaking. No, if you want to go up on the stage and speak or perform, तो घबराहट होती है, and in spite of घबराहट, people learn to do it and they do it and they excel it. Like that, it is like that. Writing a book and publishing is just like that. घबराहट होती है, अरे what will people? But at least here. कोई खरीदा नहीं, nobody bought it. So what? You published it, no? You published it. Yeah. So only thing is, don't keep expectations. Simply go do it out of joy. Okay. Out of joy. How to quiet the mind? That is the main thing. When you learn to quiet the mind. अपना माइंड जो है, हर बार when we are doing something, it will always go to the next thing. Even when we wake up in the morning and when we are brushing our teeth, the mind, यहाँ पे वॉश मशीन के सामने खड़े हैं, ब्रश कर रहे हैं, you are not even looking at the mirror कि how is my face looking, but your mind is आगे चाय पी के भागना पड़ेगा.
बिल्कुल
करना पड़ेगा. So it is just a compulsive running treadmill हो गया लाइफ. ट्रेडमिल में भागो और माइंड जो है, माइंड हमेशा आगे है. यहाँ से ये एंग्जाइटी, एवरीथिंग अराइजेस फ्रॉम दिस ओनली. Instead of it, come back into your body. When you are brushing your teeth, look at your face in the mirror, look at your eyes, and slowly brush your teeth and keep breathing. Notice that you are breathing. always notice that you are breathing. We are alive because we are breathing, but throughout the day, we don't notice that we are breathing.
Exactly.
No, breathing unconsciously hoti hai. Apne body is doing the breathing. We are not doing the breathing. Instead, if you are noticing the breathing, then gratitude comes automatically. Because you realize that अभी मेरे body के अंदर जान है, सांस है. Okay, when I breathe in, my tummy is bulging out. When I breathe out, my tummy is squeezing, and from my nose the air is going in and out. If you are able to notice this from time to time during the day, then to notice your breathing, you have to come back to the body and be here. You can't be in the next thing. Agla kya hai? So when you are like this and then you can focus on writing the book and publishing the book. When you are publishing it, when you are just launching it on Amazon. Okay, so you are not bothered about आगे क्या होगा, जो पढ़ेगा वो क्या बोलेगा, वो क्या सोचेगा. Okay, that's only in the mind. Mind is like that only. But you need to, mind is like a dog, when you take the dog for a walk outside, तो dog यहाँ वहाँ भागता रहेगा ना. So you can't allow the dog to keep taking you wherever you want. You have the leash in your hand, you pull it back, and then यहाँ पे जाओ, don't go there, like that. So like that, your mind also, you can control your mind when you switch to the aware mind. And that is what is awareness journey. Inner Alchemy is teaching you that only. So all new authors, my advice is, please read Inner Alchemy and come back to your body, be with your body. Don't allow your mind to lead you wherever it wants. All the thoughts in your mind, they are not important. Breath in your body, that is important. सांस के साथ आ जाओ, keep breathing, be with your breath. So this is my advice.
Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed this lovely and inspiring conversation with Selvan Srinivasan sir. And if you do, then do follow our podcast, Reading the Author, available on all the leading podcast platforms. And don't forget to buy and read the book. आप just Amazon पे जाएं, वहाँ पे सर्च करें Selvan Srinivasan सर की बुक आ जाएगी. ज़रूर खरीदें, पढ़ें और अपने चाहने वाले, जानने वालों तक ज़रूर शेयर करें. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on our show. It was my honor to be able to host you today.
Thank you, Gaurav. It was a pleasure. I had real fun talking to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Bye.